and welcome back to GK Today. I am Sana and in this video we'll cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series 2022 in the GK Today's Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our daily 20 MCQ series in the GK Today Android application. In this course in app, you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document, and also category-wise revision e-books that are optimized for reading on mobile. You are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. And let me tell you one more thing. If you want the Hindi version of this session, you can refer to our former channel named as GK Today. The link has been given in the description box from where you can reach to. So without taking much of your time, let's get started.
Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 14th of December 2022. Let's start with our session. Dina Boluarte was recently selected as the first female president of which particular country? So recently she has been appointed as Peru's first female president amid a political crisis when her predecessor and former boss Pedro Castillo was ousted in an impeachment trial. Okay, so Peru's leftist president Pedro Castillo was ousted by the lawmakers and detained by the police. Why? Because he tried to illegally shut down Congress. Okay, so two things are important. Who is the first female president of the country Peru? Answer would be Dina Boluarte. And also you can be asked that she has replaced whom? So answer would be Pedro Castillo. Okay. Next question is, which institution has approved $780 million loan to expand the Chennai Metro Rail network? So this is ADB, full form is the Asian Development Bank. Recently it has approved financing of $780 million to build new lines for Chennai's metro rail and also to improve the network's connectivity with bus and the feeder services. Okay, so this project will actually construct 10.1 kilometers of an elevated section, 9 metro stations, 10 kilometers of the underground section, etc. Okay, and the stations will be disaster and climate resilient, and also these stations would be responsive to the needs of the elderly, women, children and the differently abled. Okay, so this is ADB, headquarter lies in Philippines. Now can you tell me any one name of the report that has been released by the World Bank recently, means in last week? Do let me know in the comments. Next question is, which state or union territory is the host of 9th World Ayurveda Congress and Arogya Expo 2022? So the 9th World Ayurveda Congress and Arogya Expo was inaugurated recently at Panaji in the state of Goa. Okay, and aim is to showcase the efficacy of Ayush systems of medicine at global level. Okay, and don't forget that the third edition of the Ayushman comic book series was also released on this occasion, and also a memorandum of understanding was signed between All India Institute of Ayurveda and Rosenberg's European Academy of Ayurveda, Germany. Why? For advanced studies in traditional Indian medicine system. Okay, so this is a host and the conference question. Which is the host of 9th World Ayurveda Congress and Arogya Expo? Answer would be Goa. Also don't forget that this was their 9th edition. Okay. Now in the previous question, I forgot to tell you about one more institution that is in news these days. It is IRDAI. What is this? The Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India. So recently it has proposed to allow all general insurers to offer long-term motor insurance policies. Okay, so this proposal basically seeks to provide a wider choice to policyholders, and the regulator proposed a 3-year policy in respect of the private cars and also a 5-year policy in respect of two-wheelers. Okay, so you can be asked that which institution proposed long-term motor insurance policies. So answer would be IRDAI. Full form is the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India. Next is the government permitted complete work from home options to the employees of which entities? So the government has recently permitted complete work from home options to the employees of IT units in the special economic zones. Okay, so the government has actually amended the special economic zone rules and permitted the IT units in these zones subject to certain conditions. Okay, and the notification has also increased the duration of work from home, which could be extended up to 50% of the total employees. Fine. So only thing here important is the government has permitted complete work from home options to the employees of special economic zones. Fine. Next question is, which two countries have been studying India's Ayushman Bharat Prime Minister Jan Arogya Yojana Health Assurance Scheme? So the delegations from two countries, Sweden and Nepal, last week visited the National Health Authority. Why? To study India's Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. Okay, and the National Health Authority is the government department which is responsible for implementing the Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana scheme, right? So this health assurance scheme aims to provide a health cover of 5 lakh rupees per family per year for secondary and tertiary care hospitalization to over 100 million poor families. Fine. So these two countries are Sweden and Nepal. Now next is ANISH TOPANI, who was seen in the news recently, plays which sports? So Indian shuttler ANISH TOPANI recently clinched the silver medal in the under 15 category at the Badminton Asia Junior Championships that was held in the country Thailand. Okay, so he lost the men's singles final against Chung Siang Ye, and finally he got the silver. Okay, and don't forget that India's under 17 men's duo Arsh Mohammed and Sanskar Saraswat secured a silver medal as well. Fine. So here correct answer would be badminton. So three things are important. First of all, ANISH TOPANI is related to which particular sport? Answer would be badminton. Then you can be asked it, what was the venue for Badminton Asia Junior Championship? It was Thailand. And you can also be asked that ANISH TOPANI has clinched which particular medal, either gold, silver or bronze. So correct answer would be silver medal. Fine. Next is Acharya Jagdish Chandra Bose Indian Botanic Garden, which was seen in the news recently, is located in which Indian state? First of all, why Acharya Jagdish Chandra Bose Indian Botanic Garden is important? Because it is India's largest botanical garden. Okay, and it lies in Howrah in the state of West Bengal. So basically it is under threat due to severe land erosion by the Ganga river. Okay, so during a recent site visit, experts warned that parts of the fencing and inner plantation may get washed away by the swelling river, and currently the garden is under the jurisdiction of Botanical Survey of India. Fine. So that's why this question can be asked as a static GK, that this particular botanic garden lies in which state? Answer would be West Bengal. Now let's see a few important national parks of the West Bengal. First is Jaldapara National Park. Then second is Sundarban. Everyone knows Sundarban National Park lies in the state of West Bengal. Also it is a tiger reserve. Then third is Singalila National Park. Then fourth is Neora Valley National Park. Then after that there is Gorumara National Park, and one last is Baksa National Park. all these national park lies in the state of West Bengal. Fine. Now you have to tell me at least the name of one product from the state of West Bengal that has got the GI tag. Do let me know in the comments. Next is, which Indian origin veteran has been appointed as the Chief Operating Officer of the Federal Reserve Bank of New York? So Sushmita Shukla, who is Indian origin veteran of the insurance industry, recently she has been appointed as the first Vice President and the Chief Operating Officer at the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. Okay, and this appointment was approved by the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System of New York, and her tenure would be effective from March 2023. Okay, so here correct answer would be Sushmita Shukla. Next is, which city corporation launched the World Bank's flagship gender toolkit? So a gender toolkit based on enabling gender responsive urban mobility and public spaces was launched by Greater Chennai Corporation. Okay, and the toolkit was launched at a session that was conducted by the World Bank and the Chennai Urban Metropolitan Transport Authority. So what is the aim? Aim is to highlight the gender issues that surrounds the mobility and city design. Okay, so your correct answer would be Chennai, and this question is very important. Next is, which state launched the Sanitation Workers Development Scheme? So Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin recently launched Sanitation Workers Development Program across the state and distributed the safety equipment as well. Okay, so basically a survey will be carried out to identify the sanitation workers, and the details will be uploaded on a mobile application, and in the first phase the scheme will be implemented in 5 urban local bodies, and later on it will be extended to all other local bodies. Okay, so this is a scheme from the state of Tamil Nadu. Now next is, when is the International Anti-Corruption Day observed? So we observe this day every year on 9th of December. Why? To highlight the crucial link between anti-corruption and peace, security and development. Okay, and what was the theme for this year? So the theme was uniting the world against corruption. Okay, and also this day marks the start of the 20th anniversary of United Nations Convention Against Corruption. Okay, so correct answer would be 9th of December. Now don't forget that the International Day of Commemoration and Dignity of the Victim of the Crime of Genocide and of the Prevention of this crime is observed on same day, means on 9th of December. Okay, so in September 2015, United Nations General Assembly established 9th of December as the International Day of Commemoration and Dignity of the Victims of the Crime of Genocide and of the Prevention of this crime. Okay, so on 9th of December 2 days are observed. First is this and the second is International Anti-Corruption Day. Okay, next is, the New and Renewable Energy Ministry extended the Rooftop solar program till which year? So Union Ministry of New and Renewable Energy recently extended the Rooftop solar program till March 31st, 2026. Okay, and with this, subsidy under the program will be available until the target for the scheme is achieved, and all the residential consumers are advised not to pay any additional charges to any vendor on account of the fees for application on the national portal or any type of other additional charges for testing. Okay, so correct answer would be 2026. So basically the Renewable Energy Ministry has extended the Rooftop solar program till 2026. So these are the most important current affairs and the news for today. And now we'll come to our revision section. Which 3 categories we are covering today? So first of all, we'll see important sports related current affairs. After that, we'll talk about the category first that we have discussed, and at last we'll see important exercises that were in news. Okay, let's start with our sports related current affairs. Kylian Mbappe and Olivier Giroud, who were seen in the news recently, plays which sports? So they are related to football. Okay, actually recently the France football team entered the semi-finals of World Cup by beating the country England. That's why these two sports person were in news, and Kylian Mbappe is from the country France. Okay, ANISH TOPANI, who was seen in the news recently, plays which sport? Just we have talked about it. ANISH TOPANI is related to badminton. And why he was in news? Because recently he has clinched the silver medal in the under 15 category at the Badminton Asia Junior Championships that was held in the country Thailand. Right? Aditya Mittal, who was seen in the news recently, is associated with which sport? Aditya Mittal is related to chess. And why he is important? Because recently he became our 77th Grandmaster. Okay, let's revise all the Grandmasters from 70th. The 70th Grandmaster is Raja Ritvik from the state of Telangana. Then 71st Grandmaster is Sankalp Gupta from the state of Maharashtra. Then 72nd Grandmaster is Mitrabha Guha from the state of West Bengal. Then 73rd Grandmaster is Bharat Subramaniam from the state of Tamil Nadu. Then 74th Grandmaster is Rahul Srivastav from Telangana. 75th Grandmaster is V. Pranav from Chennai. And 76th Grandmaster is Pranav Anand from Bangalore. And finally, the 77th is Aditya Mittal, right? And you have to tell me from which state he belonged to. Manisha Ramadas, who was seen in the news recently, plays which sport? So she is related to badminton. And recently, Badminton World Federation has made her Para Badminton Player of the Year in the female category. And talking about the male category, who has become the Para Badminton Player of the Year? So this is Deki Kajiwara. Okay. Sukant Kadam, who was seen in the news recently, is associated with which sport? So answer would be badminton. And recently he has clinched the gold medal at Peru Para Badminton International that was held in Lima. Okay, and in total India has won 14 golds in this championship, in which 6 were gold, 1 was silver and 7 were bronze. Okay, Manu Bhakar and Sarabjot Singh, who were in the news recently, are associated with which sport? So they are related to shooting, and recently they have topped in ISSF Junior World Championship that was held in Peru. Okay, Unnati Huda, who was seen in the news recently, is associated with which sport? So Unnati Huda is related to badminton, and don't forget that she is the first Indian to enter in under 17 women's single final in which championship? In Asia Junior Badminton Championship that was held in Thailand. Okay, and finally she has won the silver medal. Next is Urvashi Singh, who was seen in the news recently, is associated with which sport? So she is related to boxing, and recently she has won the WBC International Super Bantamweight title, and also she has won the WBC Asia Silver Crown in Colombo. Fine. So these are the few sports related current affairs that we have to remember. Now let's come to our new category named as first. Where is India's first carbon neutral farm located? So India's very first carbon neutral farm is situated in the state of Kerala. Which union ministry is set to launch India's first ever surety bonds insurance product to boost infrastructure? This is Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. Dina Boluarte was recently selected as the first female president of which country? Just we have talked about it. This is the country Peru. Bernard Arnault, who ranked first in the Forbes real-time billionaires list, is from which country? So he is from the country France, and who was at the second position in this list? It was Elon Musk. Female umpires will officiate in which men's cricket tournament for the first time in India? So now 3 female umpires will officiate in the men's cricket tournament of Ranji Trophy. And which are these 3 female umpires? First is Vrinda Rathi. Okay. Then second is Janani Narayan. And the third name is Gayatri Venu Gopalan. Okay. Can you tell me any one special thing regarding Gayatri Venu Gopalan? We have talked about it earlier. Please let me know in the comments if you remember. India's first gold ATM has been inaugurated in which city? So our very first gold ATM has recently been inaugurated in Hyderabad. Which is the first state to have a Divyang department for the welfare of people with disabilities? This state is Maharashtra. Which is the first country to gather 6 of its astronauts in space? So recently China has become the first country which has gathered 6 of its astronauts into space. Okay. Now at last we'll come to our important exercises. Exercise Garud Shakti is a bilateral exercise held between India and which other country? So Garud Shakti is the exercise between India and Indonesia, and recently it commenced at Indonesia. Agni Warrior is a bilateral defense exercise held between India and which other country? So Agni Warrior is the exercise between India and the country Singapore. India-US joint military exercise Yuddha Abhyas 2022 is held in which Indian state? First of all, you have to remember that Yuddha Abhyas is the exercise between India and USA, and the venue for the year 2022 for this exercise is Uttarakhand. Precisely talking, it is Oli district. Okay. Samanvay 2022 is a humanitarian assistance and disaster relief exercise organized by which armed force? So Samanvay has been organized by Indian Air Force. Harimau Shakti 2022 is a bilateral exercise held between India and which other country? So Harimau Shakti is the exercise between India and the country Malaysia. Indian Navy conducted the Nasim al-Bahr exercise with which country? So Nasim al-Bahr is the exercise between India and Oman. India conducted Garud Shakti joint training exercise with which country? This is the first question itself. Answer would be Indonesia. Yuddha Abhyas 22 is a defense exercise conducted between India and which other country? I'm sorry, this is also a repeated question. Answer would be USA. Fine. So these are the few important exercises that were in news and that can be asked in your exams. So we have to remember each of them. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions. And at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nusrat Sana signing off.